And then this is how it looks like. And then it says Sacred Quadrangle. And this is another building complex that is pretty big. Let's take the full tour to see what's here. And also, one thing to note is, if you are coming to sacred places in Sri Lanka, you have to take your shoes out like this and then go in. Usually the proper way to start is from... Okay, let's go into the post where they have these descriptions saying what sort of thing is this. Alright, so this is the overall plan. Over here we have the Vatatage. We have B, which is Hattadage. I'm trying to find B in the map. This is B. This is A. That is the Vatatage. This is the Hattadage. And then we have the stone book over there, which is marked as C. And after that we have the Satmahal Prasad there, which is a 7-story building, which is over there, where we will go over next. Again, we have the security dog. Hey, dog. Hey. And then you can see the colors. Looks pretty nice. Wow, what is this? This is crazy, isn't it? This is another building that is like huge. And the interesting part is, it is not destroyed like the other buildings, even though it is around 700 to 800 years old. I think it's fairly okay till that. Let's go in closer and then we'll be able to get an idea of what this is and why they have it like so. So before taking the look, let's go straight into the place where they have the description of what this is. This is called Thuparame, and then there's this description that says they don't have enough information about the whereabouts and how this comes in and what and who has built this place. But one thing obvious is that this is one of the buildings that is damaged the least. As you can see, there's an entry door as well. I can see some lightings or some sort of let's see, let's try to take a closer look, see if there's anything interesting inside. This is an ancient building. Alright, that's how you take. Oh, these buildings looks nice. As you can see, there are, so from my naked eye I can't see anything inside, but somehow this phone is picking up quite a lot of information. And then they are doing some sort of construction, but I don't think they are doing anything today. Today being a public holiday, it is also a poor day. Yeah, but I could see the walls and also these granite pieces and things like that, and then this is how it looks from above. And then over here they don't have this half the moon sort of a building thing called Sadakata Pahana. So it's like the carpet when you go into a building. You just brush off all your dust and things like that. And then this is how it looks from the sides. Looks huge. Let's continue the walk. So we have the Bodhikara here. There's not much information about this. And then over here we have this. Okay, there are some writings on this thing to read. You have to go to the other side. Okay, this is a sacred quadrangle. Actually, it's an inscription made out of granite. I'm trying to read it. I'm not sure if this is written in the Sinhalese language that we use today. So back 800 years, the writing might have been different from what we have today. And then over here is the actual place that I mentioned about before. And then over here we have the statue of the upcoming Buddha, where we call as Bodhisattva. What you have here is the ancient Bodhisattva statue, which is, once I said before, of the upcoming Buddha. And then over here we have something called Nishankalata Mandapa. And then it says Pavilion of Nishankamala 1187-1196 on AD, from which he listened to the chanting of protective religious text spirit. Okay, so this building is pretty interesting. In Sri Lanka, we have something called a Pirit, which is if you have been to a Buddhist temple, you might have seen the monks singing the chantings. So this is said to be the building where the previous king, Nishankamala, listened to all these chantings. And then this looks pretty nice as well. There are quite a number of carvings in these stones, and there are like some writings as well in some of them. So this looks pretty nice and big and interesting, with a stone door handles. And then over to this side is something else as well. This says Nishankalata Mandapa. This is like the predicted looks, how they have tried to recreate how it looked like back in the days. And then over there is another exit door and entry, and then another building. And then there's something interesting here as well, along with some nice huge stone wallboard. Okay, so these writings look a bit similar to Tamil or Malayalam. I'm not sure what exactly this is. Okay, so there's a bit of information here. After the death of Vijayabahu I, 12th century AD, Karatha, Tamil and Sinhala. Okay, so they have a mix of Tamil mixed with Sanskrit, and then you have all the details here written here. So that's why it looks a bit like Tamil and Sinhala. But if you are someone who knows Tamil very well, you might be able to read this a bit. Let's continue our walk towards this Velakara Celebi. It says Velikara inscription, which is this, not that building. Let's continue the walk. And this place is huge, and it must have had amazing views back in the days when it was operational. And then over to this side is another building. On the distance you can see a statue of Buddha. Let's go closer and see what this is. Alright, so this is called Atadage. It's from 1055 to 11110 and is said to have been used as the sacred tooth relic building when the kingdom was here at Polonnaruwa. This is the Watadake on the distance, and then we are inside this other building over here. Let's take a walk around, and then you can see the size of the rocks or the pieces of granite they used over here are quite big. And then there's a lot of details in this, and also what else? Yeah, some carvings and paintings and some nice detail over here. We are entering this building called Hetadage, I believe, and you are welcomed by that nice granite carpet. And then you have this nice granite doors and windows. And then when you go inside, you have this nice open area. And there are some writings in here as well. And then they've had a staircase to go upstairs. So they must have had a couple of floors in this building. And then over in here are statues of Buddha, and onto this side I'm not sure, it could have been the monks, famous monks who are next to Buddha, called Sariyut, and Mugalang on the side, slightly damaged. Not sure how they got damaged. And then over here they have a nice window as well, made out of granite, and you can see how it looks like. And then over onto the other side is that building, which is having 7 floors, where we will go next. And then we are going inside this building called Watadage. So if I try to translate the name Watadage, means the circular house. So over here you have the entrance, and then inside are the stupas. And then in the middle you have the Samadhi statue, Buddha statue. Then we have a few people going inside. Let's wait till they go inside. Let's take a walk inside this building called Watadage. As you can see, this is where you will keep your legs or your feet and brush it up like so, and then take the staircases up like so, and then go into the main building where you have the statue and these 4 statues of Buddha, followed by another building which is said to be the main building. Let's take a tour around this building. You can put your donations for the well-keeping of this place. And then these are the other statues of the Buddha. And then on the distance you can see that building. And then you can see how nicely they have placed the bricks, and these bricks looks quite nice and solid as well, much like the bricks that you use in the modern days to build your houses. The only thing I noticed is that these bricks are slightly bigger than, so if you have seen those engineering bricks, these are like half of it, the ones that you use today, but these are like twice the size of the bricks that you use today. And then this is the rest of the building. What we are seeing is a stone book over here. Let's go closer and take a look. This is one big piece of granite, and you can see how big this one is. And then on it are some scriptures written. I think this is at least 15 feet long and about 4 or 5 feet wide. It is pretty big. And then it is hoisted on top of these bricks that are made out of clay. Let's try to take the full view with the wide angle lens. This is how it looks. And the sky is nice. And then onto this we have the Pohjoyakea and the magnificent building, which is said to have 7 floors. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The top one is missing. This is called the Sat Mahal Prasadaya. In other words, a palace with 7 floors. And then I think you can go inside if you have the permission, but it's not accessible today. Let's take a walk around. And then over in the distance is the rest of the buildings and the full premise. So we are in one side of a corner, and then there are entrances on all 4 sides. And then over through there looks like an entry or a passage, but I'm not sure how far you can go. That's how it looks. And then over here you have all the monkeys and the birds and all the trees. And this is the entire complex.